What's up, guys? John Ross here for Ross Racing on a beautiful, sunny, if somewhat chilly Sunday afternoon here in southern Minnesota. We're getting ready to load the old B Mod up onto the trailer and head out for what should be our first real on-track action of the season at Mason City Motor Speedway in Mason City, Iowa. Obviously, as you can see behind me, the car's not really up to the visual standard that we try to maintain here at Ross Racing. Those of you that have followed me for a long time before the YouTube channel was a thing would probably get a little bit of a kick out of that. But obviously we want to try to maintain a good appearance for our sponsors. Right now the graphics are on their way, but the important thing is that we get this thing out on the track and see what the vast number of changes that we made to the car over the off season, see what kind of effect they have on our competitiveness, and kind of try to learn a few things so that when we get out there for the point season at Fairmont and Fort Dodge, we're really ready to go. So why don't we take a look at a couple things on the car real quick. I'll go over some of the changes we made over the off season. So in our last video, you saw me building and installing this underslung bar. Now you can see that it's serving its intended purpose, which is basically just being a place to mount a bunch of lead. And that's all just for the purpose of weight distribution, trying to get as much weight low and to the left on the rear end as we can. We also relocated the battery from where it was directly in front of the fuel cell up to being tucked up next to the transmission under the deck, up towards the front of the car, closer to the center of mass of the car. We've also made a bunch of suspension changes for various reasons. I can't go into the specific numbers and details, but we changed upper A-arm geometry on the front end. We changed the J-bar, which changes your roll center at the rear, as well as the spring location on the right side here. And all of that is basically with the goal of just trying to achieve more rear end grip out of this car for better drive off of the corner. Last year, that was basically what we struggled with. We actually had to over-adjust sort of the front end of the car and take grip away from the right front in order to keep the front to rear grip balanced. So hopefully by adding some more rear traction, we're able to make those changes to the front to give it more traction, and the overall balance of the car will be more neutral. We'll be able to achieve some faster lap times. But today we're going to find out if that's the case or not. So let's get this thing loaded up and head out to the racetrack. Is a better example of the unflinching commitment to quality and professionalism that Ross Racing has to offer. The spray paint and duct tape paint job on the race car, or the fact that my winch wiring is held together with 2 vice grips. Let us know in the comments. Well, we're almost to the racetrack. We made our stereotypical stop for Casey's Pizza, and we've been jamming out to the NASCAR Thunder 2004 soundtrack the whole way. So I think that means we're pretty well prepared. But it should be interesting to see. What kind of turnout we get with it being a Sunday afternoon race. Nobody else around here is racing this weekend, tracks-wise, and I think they're paying $1,000 to win and $125 to start for B mods. So it should be a pretty good turnout, I imagine. We'll be pulling in here pretty soon. We'll get the draw and we'll kind of show you the lay of the land there at the track. It is Mason City Motor Speedway. You can see they actually, since last year, they pulled the wall in about 10 feet here in turns 3 and 4. You can see that line where the wall used to be. So that's going to change things a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how that affects which line is preferred and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's a 3rd mile, blackish dirt, relatively high banking. That's what we got to deal with today. What's the crew chief have to say about it?
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
All right. Well, the track was a little slimy as it normally is in hot laps, but all in all, I feel like the car was pretty good. So there's 32 B mods here for 24 starting spots. So we're gonna roll off P5 in heat number 4. That's the last heat. So hopefully all that slime is knocked off the track by then, and we'll be able to really see what this thing can do with the new setup. Well, we rolled off 5th and finished 5th in our heat race, so that's got us starting on the front row of this B main. They're taking the top 4, so hopefully we can keep the 64 machine out front in the B main and make it into the A feature for 125 to start, and see what we can do from there. But first, we'll have to get a good start and probably avoid some chaos, I imagine, and just make it through this B main. Well, we didn't have quite the result that we were hoping for at the end of the night. As you probably saw, the car got a little bit overheated in the B feature, and with a quick turnaround for the A feature, we weren't able to keep it cooled down or get it cooled back down as much as I would have liked. So unfortunately made a few laps in the feature and had to pull off, but
in that time, I think I drove from 23rd up to like 15th.
Yeah, it was 15.
So the car was pretty fast. We just got to get that cooling system sorted out. So I'm gonna go back and watch my cooling system maintenance video and take some of my own advice, and hopefully we'll get that sorted out for next time and be able to take advantage of how fast the car is. So hope you all enjoyed watching that. I'll show you a little bonus footage that we took of some of the other races as well. And we're gonna hit up Quick Trip and then get on back home. So, like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTuber stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.